Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we're going to take a look at Victory Clincher Goku GT and how he does at 55% in the Hidden Potential system after his recent Extreme Z Awakening. So Goku is a super strength type lead of Ki +3, HP attack and defense of 110%. He raises attack and defense for one turn, causing immense damage to the enemy and greatly lowering defense. He has attack and defense of 100% and gains an additional attack of 180% and defense of 80% when performing a super attack. He has a high chance of performing a crit, guards all attacks for 3 turns from his entry point, and he has Ki +3 attacks guaranteed to hit when facing only one enemy, and if that enemy is a GT Bosses category character, he gets an additional chance of crit of 50% and a high chance of additional attack of 100%. In terms of links, he has All in the Family, Same Lineage, Same Warrior Race, Experienced Fighters, Prepared for Battle, GT, Fierce Battle, and he is on Accelerated Battle, Battle of Fate, Battle of Wits, Bond of Friendship, Bond of Parent and Child, Earthbred Fighters, Final Trump Card, Full Power, GT Heroes, Goku's Family, Pure Sands, and Turtle School. Overall, Goku looks decent. I would say he's definitely more of a burst type of attack character more than anything else. He could be a lot of fun for things like SBR and ESBR because he'll have the ability to kind of instantly delete 1 or 2 enemies whilst being defensively sound because of his guard. Now, how his attack stat works and how his chance works, his chance is additive. So he has a 50% chance to crit if he is facing a GT Bosses category character. You want to, he'll have a 100% crit chance. In terms of build, you definitely want to build him with additionals in mind. Additionals will maximize the damage from his crits whilst also raising his defense and his defensive potential because he does have a 1-turn defensive raise. Now, how his defense works is if you see 110, 100k defense with a support on rotation, when he fires off a super attack, his defense will be well over the 200k mark because he's gaining defense on super, which will apply retrospectively, and he'll also gain the application of his raising defense from his actual super attack as well. So he'll look pretty good. Obviously as well, there's that high chance of attack, 100%. This, when it procs, looks really good. Like you'll see, he had a 9 million attack stat. When it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. He can vary quite significantly in his attack stats because of how his passive is worded. If you have supports and active skills on rotation, like with B-Pan, and you're facing a GT Heroes category character, he can hit quite regularly 9 million, 7 million attack stats. When this doesn't proc, or when you only have a support on rotation, or just himself, that will drop down to 4 or 5 million, and sometimes even close to the 3 mil mark. He's got a wide variability in his attack stats, just due to the nature of how his attacks work. But overall, he's pretty interesting, and I think he's got, like I said, decent burst potential. If you're running a SBR or ESBR team, you can float this guy, and he can basically, like I said, in the right SBR and ESBR, instantly delete anyone, which is pretty cool. And I think that's really where his usability lies. I wouldn't say he's necessarily a unit that you would probably want to run as like a long form event unit. I just don't see it happening, but I think overall he's still got a pretty good foundational aspect. In terms of links, we've got All in the Family, Same Lineage, Same Warrior Race, Experienced Fighters, Prepared for Battle, GT, and Fierce Battle. Depending on how you want to build him, his best links are going to be GT and All in the Family. All in the Family is a 20% defensive link. This is very strong and very, very powerful. And of course, he's got Prepared for Battle, which is quite common, Same Lineage, which is quite common across Hybrid Sands and Pure Sands. But if you want to maximize his attack and defense, you're going to want to have All in the Family and GT. If you have both of those, you're going to have his best range of defensive links, and you'll be maximizing his attack pretty well. Of course, there is actually quite a few decent Goku options on the GT teams, but he doesn't have to be on GT. His restriction is more against GT Bosses, more than him needing to be on GT Heroes. So you can run him on any team, If you can get All in the Family, you're pretty much good to go. If you can get that and GT, or that and Fierce Battle, or Prepared for Battle, or that and Sand Lineage, then I think for the most part you're pretty much set in stone. I think you're basically ready, and you should be, probably, on the basis of things, probably ready to go. That's just obviously my opinion, but it's going to depend on what team you're running him on. Because he's good or suited for ESBR, SBR, or shorter form content, I think you can play around with him and you'll have a lot of fun. He's one of those units where he can be a nice little surprise and have some good usability. Bye.